Councilwoman Cosby.
Thank you. Thank you, Council President. Good evening, everyone. So before I give my report, I just wanted to thank everyone who reached out with their condolences and their kindness for me last month. So thank you to those who did that. From the Environmental Commission, I serve as the city's 2019 liaison to the Environmental Commission. The purpose of the commission is to increase public awareness regarding environmental issues and events in our community. The commission sponsors events and campaigns that improve the quality of our environment and make a difference in the health of our community. Over the past 2 years, the commission has lost some very active members, and I'm putting a call to action for anyone who has a willingness, who's willing to attend monthly meetings, attend training, and contribute to the commission in a positive way. There's currently one vacancy due to a resignation and one holdover member who has not been officially reappointed. So if anyone's interested, please consider submitting your name through the volunteer service to our clerk's office. Bring positive and enthusiastic energy to the commission, and the commissioners are appointed by the mayor. For the residents of District 1 and 2 in the 5th Ward, in 2018, after a hotly contested primary election, the Board of Education began to explore the possibility of relocating polling locations outside of the facilities. The Housing Authority did just that. My neighbors who live in District 3 and District 4, who voted in the Housing Authority complex for nearly 2 decades, learned that the location would be moved to school number 4. School number 4 is just across the street and has ample parking and is compliant with the Americans with Disability requirements. I've been made aware that some residents are receiving flyers and letters that are illegally placed in their mailboxes without postage, which claims that I was careless and did not fight against this change. It should be stated for the record, I did not get any complaints from the residents in the housing complexes after the change was made. To the contrary. Some people called me and said that they were happy with the director's decision to cease voting in the building. They cited quality of life issues that included parking, people hiding in the laundry room. Hiding in the laundry room, insisting that one vote for this one or that one, and displays of aggressiveness from people who were greeting or harassing the people who coming to vote. These issues, in my opinion, contributed to the reason that the change was necessary. Moreover, if you look at the letter that was sent to our city clerk in June 2018, you will clearly see that the need for a deputy attorney general be stationed at the voting location was a requirement, one that was not met, thus the change. I can tell you from personal experiences, from the feedback that I received post-election 2018, 2016, and 2014, from a number of people who lived in the complexes, they felt intimidated and fearful. There was electioneering taking place and campaigning inside of the voting location. There was even some reports last year of people reported riding the elevator and telling people they needed to vote for their candidate. In Districts 1 and 2, there have been issues with parking and similar intimidation tactics at the polling location for years. So in light of that, I contacted the city clerk and the director of the Board of Elections after the 2018 general election to ask if all districts could be allowed to vote in school number 4. After they conducted site visits and an evaluation of the location, the board agreed this April to move all the voting districts to school number 4. We can look forward to less crowding, less parking issues, which will make voting a lot easier and less hectic for everyone. For more information on voting, and get your voting rights, you can listen to my podcast at Rhashonna.com. I interviewed with the director of the Board of Elections, and she provided a great detailed information. So some information about Cranford Avenue and the planned repairs. For a number of years, the city has been following an even, odd ward year for repairs in our city. So this schedule for wards 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9 are for 2019. However, there are some streets in certain wards that qualify for community development funding. I've been asking for years to have this road repaired, Cranford Avenue, and in those years, the conditions were simply continued to deteriorate while grant funding was sought elsewhere in the city. Residents have taken to social media with complaints about the roadway and they will finally get some relief thanks to, I think, my constant action in requesting this and the grant that we got for $100,000 from the Union County Board of Chosen Freeholders. The engineering department, under the oversight of the committee, applied for the Union County infrastructure grant for this area in the amount of $190,000. The grant will be matched by the city for the much-needed road repair. I'm grateful that we finally got to have some relief. It's time that we stop playing politics with funding, grants, and services, and this could have been less costly if it had been done years ago. So just for a brief summary of the program, in 2015, the first year, East Blanky Street was done with $115,000. 2016, East Linden Avenue, $100,000. 2017, Maple Avenue, $100,000. And 2018, Knopf Street with $100,000. I want to give you a very important update regarding the cooperative efforts of the Linden and Roselle Police, along with our mayors, related to my initiative to have a push to stop red light in the area where lives have been lost. 1600 East St. George's Avenue. Chief Hart confirmed last night that all the data is in and will be sent to the New Jersey DOT so that we can begin the process. This proposal is geared toward protecting those who seek to cross from one side of another without injury or death. So there were some fatalities. I'll continue to update everyone as the things progress. Save the dates. May 5th, from noon to 2, we're going to do a little Cinco de Mayo activity at Iose Park, and that's on Dill Avenue across from the senior citizens. So the 5th Ward residents come out. It's just, a couple of hours of fun, and this is the first time that we're doing it. Also, in the same location on May 25th, we're going to do a Memorial Day activity, and so there are going to be free refreshments there. I can be reached at 908-718-7933, as always, if there are any questions. This Thursday is our regularly scheduled community meeting at the Recreation Center in the 5th Ward, 1025 John Street. Linden Police will be there, as well as the developer who is building rental and retail. He was invited and accepted, and this is going to be his second visit to the community to discuss his project. The developer is fully aware that I do not support 30-year tax abatements, and as such, did not vote for his tax abatement. Nevertheless, we are committed to working together to ensure that this project is viable and the units are occupied. You see, that is how we're going to get the payment in lieu of taxes from the occupied units. So we're going to work together. According to the redevelopment agreement, this property actually was vacant for 10 years. It was, only vacant for 10 years. So we're going to also have family fun, Connect 4 activities for the children and parents. This is our contest. We did it last year. The kids won. Let's see how the parents do this year. And finally, I was informed last night that the council agreed last month not to limit the committee reports, and I would respectfully request that a resolution is presented to amend the resolution of January 2019, new rules governing council meetings, to officially memorialize this agreed upon change. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Councilwoman.